You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq, and you can see that it has pulled back to its 10 EMA. In the last couple of sessions, the market's being really cautious ahead of the inflation data, and earnings season, Q2 earnings season is coming up. So we had the nice run, the pullback, and we had another rally here, but it's kind of stalled, and it's just trading sideways here. But if you just look at the longer term view of the index, this 11,000 here, you can just put a line, and it's just in a trade range, just a little bit above it now at 12,031, but it's been above it and it's been below it. But 11,000, it just cannot make new highs. Here you can see the 12,320 here, and it hit it a couple times, 270 and 269, just bumping its head there. It cannot get above this old level. So this has been nearly a year in the making now, where it's just been in this trade range. But anyway, enough with the index. We're going to move on. Maybe we'll get some friendly inflation data, and the market can rally, but it's really cautious now, not doing a whole lot. And Apple looks a lot like the index here. It's just pulling back. They got the news Monday, I guess it was, that PC demand is slowing. Oh, well, I'm sure Apple will be fine with their iPhones and other devices that they have and services. Microsoft also down the last couple of sessions. This one is actually now below its 10 EMA. It had a nice breakout here out of this base, and now it's pulled back. It's 0.5% below its 10 EMA. So you can see the little consolidation pattern here, the breakout, now pull back. So Microsoft looks fine as well. Anyway, I'm going to get to the semiconductors. They have not found much love since they were the leading group in the first quarter of 2023, but in the second week here, the first and second week have not done much. The semiconductors, you can see the big run for the first quarter, and now the first 2 weeks of the second quarter, it's just kind of gone sideways. NVDA was down more than 1% today on lighter volume. AMD, not much love for this one either. Pulled back to its 21. You can see the nice run in the first quarter, but the last couple of weeks here, just kind of going sideways. And a lot of these semiconductor stocks are just kind of stalled here. Tremendous, like I say, first quarter, and this is ACLS. Broke out of a base, had a monster run here, and now it's pulled back to its 50 for the first time since breaking out of a base. And I'm expecting a bounce here, but it's just flat as a pancake, not getting any love, cannot move. So I'm watching the semiconductors closely. We need these things to continue their rally here in 2023. Allegro Microsystem pulled back to its 50, got a little bounce yesterday, just flat today, down nearly 2%. Like I said, there's just not a lot of love here for the semis. I believe Lattice, it was up 0.5%. It's pulled back to its 50, and it got a little bit of a bounce, but want to see a little more than that. The home builders is where the money was flowing to today. The money has been flowing in and out and rotating like crazy. And today, the home builders got some love. And you can see this is Builder First Source. That's one of the stocks on our watch list, one of the leading stocks, and it broke out of a base today with volume. We could see if that follows through tomorrow. Hopefully it will. DHI, just DR Horton. This is another stock that's in a base, had a nice pop today of nearly 4% with decent volume, above average volume. So DR Horton looks pretty good. Pulte Homes. Another one, this one's still setting up in a base, had a nice pop there and is getting a little extended there, 4.6% above its 21 EMA. And Meritage is another one that's, you got to look at the weeklies on these. I just don't have the time to do this all the time. But you can see this is a nice consolidation here, cup with handle pattern. It looks a little bit extended on the daily, 4.2% above the 21, but still, setting up pretty nicely and showed some strength today. Also, the auto retailers got a bump today from the CarMax earnings report. This one was up nearly 10% with volume. It's still below its 200. AutoNation got some pin action from the news from CarMax, and it was up 3.5% here. trying to get above that 50, and Race, which is not a retailer, it's a manufacturing stock. And this one, once again, you got to really look at the weekly, and that's what drew me to this stock. Nice deep base here, a little bit too deep here, 40%, and just handling out here. That one looks pretty good to me in the autos. So auto, home looking good. Drugs, we know TXTG had good news with their multiple sclerosis drug. It was up, something like 20, what was it yesterday? 22%, followed through today with a 15% gain. So congrats to the longs there. And what is it? VKTX. It's got to have a TX in it, right? Yeah, therapeutics. This one gapped higher 2 weeks ago and is holding its gains and looks pretty good. And Vertex, it's got the base on base pattern, still, nearby point there. This one, it's got earnings coming up May 1st. So hopefully it'll be a catalyst and move this thing higher. That's enough for the drug stocks. I want to look at the retail stocks because ELF just continues to make new highs. And not much you can say about this stock. It's just trending higher. There's no sell signs. It's pretty hard to buy it up here, but it's just trending higher. This is a trend trader's dream, so definitely like a stock that looks like that. Skechers is another one. I'm going to go back to the shoes now. There's another shoe stock, and so there's a shoe group has ON, and Deckers and Crocs, and this is a Skechers now breaking out of a base here today with volume. So the more the merrier. Bring on the more shoe stocks. Tony Romo must be helping him sell some shoes there. And there's Crocs. This one, very intriguing. Extremely undervalued. And this is what you can do with lines, right? You could say, oh, it broke this downtrend line here where it touched 3 points and then broke above it. Oh, and I forget which day it was. What day is this? Had a nice gain though here, 5% gain, right? Or 4.86% gain on March 30th. And now you can, you can do anything with lines, right? You could say, oh, it's touching again 3 times here, then it's starting to break above another downtrend line. So it also coincides with the 128.80, which it just poked above today, which I would consider a buy point. But all in all, it's in this consolidation period, and it's just going to have to deliver strong earnings on May 4th, and I think that'll take care of itself. A couple more quarters of strong earnings, and this thing is finally going to get the recognition it deserves, or the valuation, I should say, that it deserves. Last thing I'm going to cover is the Bitcoin trade. Coinbase, the cryptocurrency, has been rocking since the Silicon Valley Bank and the banking debacle, which I do not cover because it's trash. But anyway, these stocks rallied today with volume. I don't participate in them. I just acknowledge them. That's all. I put this in my morning report. Coinbase was rallying in pre-market. Same with Mara. This one was up 12.5%, and RIOT. Like I said, this is great. If you traded this one, great, 17% gain. Try not to get involved with the Bitcoin stuff. I do watch it for it's kind of a catalyst for growth sometimes, the Bitcoin is, but these stocks, are doing well. Got some love today. Like I say, there's a lot of rotation going on. So if your stocks didn't get the love today, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, we never give up.